Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Grim Crow Gaming with me, your host, the Grim Crow. Today is Friday, so happy Friday, Guardians. That also means Xur is back, and you can find him today at the EDZ, at the Winding Cove, right about where my cursor is. So, let's get on in there and see what he's got. Alright, so in an effort to streamline this, to make it a little bit faster for the viewers, we're going to try a different little something. We got the golden gumdrop for, of course, 97 legendary shards. We have the Cerberus +1, 4 barrels, shoots like a shotgun, different ranges. It's a pretty decent weapon. If you don't have it, it's pretty map specific as to when you'll use it, but it can be fun. WORMHUSK crown for the hunters. Burning souls, dodging gives a small health and shield bump. Meh. With kind of mediocre stats all over the place, not really worth your time. The Peregrine Greaves for the titans. It gives you better airborne effectiveness stat on all weapons, just a little bit, and when you smash in the air, it does extra damage. Nifty. As for the stats that we have today, 17 in resilience, 13 in recovery, and a 20 in strength, that's actually a pretty decent roll for a solid 64 overall, so I would recommend. For the warlocks, we have the Skull of Dire AHAMKARA. Its perk is simple. While you're lunging your spaceball at people, you take less damage. If your spaceball kills people, you get more super spaceball energy back. Legendary weapons. The Vulpecula hand cannon today is kinda lackluster, so I would not recommend. Farewell Sidearm can be good, but with the stats that it has on this one, not quite. Perks just don't match up the way I would assume people would like them to be. This week's Extraordinary Rendition could be good if you line up everything right and don't use your abilities often. It comes with a Stability Masterwork today, so if you're not mentally stable, at least it will be. Stasis Fractus Shotgun comes with the perks Quick Draw and Thresh today. Pretty good combination, but honestly still not one I'd recommend, as there's much better shotguns out there. Far Future isn't even worth going over, much better snipers out there. Big sword slash down on the enemy. An unsurprisingly super bug Stars in Shadow today. If you want to try out some good perk combinations, if these perks are still here, go for it. If not, probably not worth your time. As for the armor on the Warlock on the Legendary, gloves are okay, with a 12 in mobility, 16 in recovery, and a 16 in strength for a total of 62. Chest armor, 12 in mobility, 16 in resilience, 16 in discipline for a total of 62. On the hood, we have a recovery at 19, and intellect at 16 for a total of 58. On the boots, 24 in resilience, which is nice, I'd like to see that, and a 16 in intellect, not where I'd like it, but for a total of 59, it's not bad. There are much better items out there for each of the ones that I just listed off. For the Titans, these gloves will make your brain big, with an intellect at 20, resilience at 12, and recovery at 10. It's not bad, but there's better out there. The chest plate has a 12 in mobility, a 14 in resilience, 10 in intellect, and a 21 in strength for a total of 65. This chest plate will make your arms look swole. On the helmet, we have a 13 in mobility, a 12 in recovery, and a 20 in intellect, again, if you want to have the biggest spraying titan out there. And on the legs, it's pretty well spread out in a lot of places. For a total of 62, we have mobility at 14, recovery at a 12, discipline at a 12, and an intellect at a 16. It's not bad, but honestly, for a lot of build-specific items, you could do much better with just focusing gear at the seasonal location. Now for the Legendary Hunter armor. On the gloves today, we have a 13 in mobility, a 16 in recovery, 14 in discipline, and a 15 in intellect for a total of 62. Really nice, well spread out stats right there. On the chest armor, we have a 12 in mobility, a 16 in recovery, a 13 in discipline, and a 14 in intellect for a total of 59. A little bit on the low side, but also very average. On the helmet, we have a 23 in resilience and a 21 in strength for a total of 63. That might go well with some solar builds. And on the leg armor, we have an 18 in mobility and a 17 in discipline for a total of 59, which is meh. This week's HAWKMOON: extended barrel, alloy magazine, snapshot sights, and combat grip. Meh. Dead Man's Tale, well, to be honest, why even go over Dead Man's Tale? It's not even relevant anymore. And right about here, if you don't already have an exotic cipher, there should be a quest called Xenology. Just do 20 rounds of Vanguard Ops or about 2 hours in Crucible or Gambit, and you'll have yourself an exotic cipher. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if it was useful, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great Friday. Later.